Here we go, guys. Getting into Gabriel Knight 3. Go ahead and start with our intro. Jane Jensen. I gotta tell you guys, I just get a thrill every time I start up a Gabriel Knight game. I've played them all, and even this one, which is by far my least favorite. It's still just exciting to get in it. That's a Star Child. Oh god, we're in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Robert Holmes. He did the music for all three games. Which is kind of interesting since all three games have a different feel to them because they all take place in different countries. Our story this time takes place in France. I did not remember there being a unicorn in this. And our train has arrived. He may be the Schottenjäger, but a good solid knock to the head will still take him out.
Did two men with a trunk get off here by any chance?
Oui.
Which way did they go?
That way, monsieur.
Oh, where are we anyway?
Guise. France. Let me help you, monsieur.
You're clearly
There is
drunk.
a taxi up front, and the hotel nearby in Rennes-le-Château.
Appreciate it.
Alright, I know occasionally when we did The Beast Within, I attempted a German accent. I really can't do a French accent. I mean, it's really not going to happen. So anyway, now that we've had our intro... Unlike the previous games, this game is not just divided into days, but also time periods within that day. Also, you'll notice the camera is a full 3D interactive camera. The entire environment has actually been rendered from every angle. It's actually pretty neat. I like it. The camera gets a little hard to control at first.
That looks like fun. Except for the rowing part. Knight. Gabriel Knight.
That's right, baby. We're back. Alright, well, we might as well get started here. I'm sorry, it's going to take me a while to remember how to control this camera. But I know the first thing we need to do...
Good thing I have all this stuff in my room. You never know when you'll need a dresser.
Tim Curry's having way too much fun with that part.
Your basic Y hanger. Good thing Joan Crawford ain't around.
Go ahead and just stick that in your pocket.
Somebody must have had a note in here or something.
Go ahead and take that piece of tape. Also, if you don't feel like doing the motion thing, it actually does have the ability to just show you different camera angles. But really, it's just easier to get used to the controls. Let's go ahead and head out into the hallway. Boy, he traveled down that hallway really fast, didn't he? So we are in a hotel in Rennes-le-Château, which is an actual city in France. And much like the German locations and the New Orleans locations, I would not be surprised to find out that these are wholly accurate, or at least largely accurate.
If that's what I think it is, I can die a happy man.
Coffee.
Oh, great.
I'm not sure why it's so dark. I might try to lighten it in a minute.
How about some coffee out here, merci?
He lived in Germany for a year, couldn't speak German.
Thanks,
Now
buddy.
he's going to try French.
Gabriel Knight. You wanker.
Mosley? Is that you?
No, it's my evil twin. What the hell are you doing here, Knight?
What am I doing here? What are you doing here?
I'm on vacation. I'm here with the tour group.
What kind of tour group?
You know, the touring kind.
And you guys came here?
Well, it's kind of special, it's a special treasure hunting tour group.
I don't care why you're here. I'm just happy to have you
What
back,
treasure?
mostly.
Look, read the brochures, okay? I'm not the freaking tour guide.
Jeez, nice to see you too.
So, what are you doing here again?
I came to see you.
What?
Sure. I called your number at the pub.
Right, of course. I forgot I mentioned it. Well, it's great to see you. Great.
Yeah.
If you want to join the
right.
tour, you'll have to talk to Madeline Boothang. She's around here somewhere. And come up to the room later, would you? I'm in room 33.
Sure.
And thanks for surprising me, old pal.
No problem.
Alright, so very clearly, both of our characters are lying to each other. Let's see if I can make it a little brighter here. That looks a lot better. Now you can actually see what's going on. So yes, we've got Mosley back.
Ah, you must be Monsieur Knight in room 25. My name is Jean. If there's anything you need, I will be at your service most humbly.
Thanks. Is there anything I should know about the town?
Rennes-le-Château? We have a small town, but a rich history. I suggest Monsieur visit le Musée de Saunière. It's just down the road.
Okay, as you can see, we now just have little pictures to work with.
You've got a tour group staying here?
Ah, they fill the hotel. We have only the 7 rooms and they have taken every room but your room, monsieur. If I might say, Monsieur is most fortunate to get his room, particularly since he did not make the reservation, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, yeah. I'm lucky as all get out.
I don't think I like his attitude.
Do you know anything about the tour group, John?
No, monsieur. You shall have to speak with the mouth of the horse itself. Mademoiselle Butane is the tour group leader.
I hear there's supposed to be a treasure around here. You know anything about it?
The Chamber of Commerce, they asked me to sound mysterious. But between you and I, Monsieur Knight, I think le trésor is a myth.
Myth?
No offense. I hope you are proving me wrong.
Gee, a mysterious treasure in the town that Gabriel's in. I'm sure that won't come up.
John, have you seen two men with a large trunk around the hotel? Maybe, checking in?
No, monsieur, but most of the guests arrived last night, oui? And I was, excusez-moi, not on duty. We have a number of gentlemen staying at the hotel. As to their luggage, I cannot say.
Maybe somebody else who works here might have seen the two men?
The night clerk is Simone. When she comes on duty this evening, perhaps monsieur could ask her.
Well, maybe I'm going to take your magic marker.
Magic marker.
Well, in Leisure Suit Larry 3, it helped me escape from cannibal
Oui, Monsieur Knight?
I could.
women.
But maybe I should wait until Jean's elsewhere.
I see. Well, there's some candy over here.
Hey, free food.
Haha, Jean is elsewhere. First rule of adventure gaming, pick up everything.
There's a guy reading a newspaper in the lounge.
Thank you, Tim Curry. I would not have picked that up otherwise. This is Emilio Bazza.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Knight, Gabriel Knight.
And I am Emilio Bazza.
Told you.
Emilio. Interesting name. Where are you from, anyway?
The Middle East, originally.
Ah. Hey, you with that tour group by any chance?
I am. Yes. Yes, I am.
Are you a treasure hunter, Emilio?
I suppose I am. But riches can be measured in many ways.
Oh God,
Well,
he's going to
that's
convert me
true
to the
enough.
Church of Mormon.
So, what do you think the treasure is?
Oh, I would not presume to say, Mr. Knight. At least, not out loud.
Well, that was a short conversation. It's funny because if you move the camera and click on something, it's assumed that Gabriel was right behind the camera the whole time. Let's see if I can remember how inventory items work.
Prince James's calling card.
Oops. Pick up. There we go.
I should call Prince James. I think I have his number on me somewhere.
Right there, in fact.
Hello, Stuart's residence.
This is Gabriel Knight calling for Prince James.
God, he's like my
Yes.
dad. He
One
thinks if you're
moment,
calling
please.
long distance, you have to yell.
Mr. Knight? What in God's name?
I know you must be frantic. Let me explain. Last night, someone came into the bedroom through the window and took your son. I followed them, but I couldn't catch up. They went to the train station and boarded a train for Toulouse. I believe they got out of a little place called Cuiza. I'm still trying to track what happened next.
Cuisa? Near Rennes-le-Château.
Yes, you know it.
Gabriel, thank you very much for informing me. I must think for a moment.
Thank you for informing me that you failed to protect
I'm
my
afraid our
child.
investigation of the night visitors will have to be postponed. I'll send down some men to look into the kidnapping.
Wait a minute. What makes you think the night visitors weren't involved?
I don't have time to explain. Keep your eyes open until my men arrive, if you would. I'll send Miss Nakamura along. Oh, and naturally, your travel expenses and the fee we discussed will be taken care of.
Oh, that's not important.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight. Perhaps I will call on you again when I have time for such matters.
When I need somebody else to completely fail to protect my
Goodbye.
son, you'll be the first person that I call. At least Gabriel seems to be taking the idea of night visitors a little more seriously. Somebody is listening to my phone call.
Peekaboo. I don't hear anything. Maybe he's got a long-winded telephone partner. Then again, maybe not. That'd be kind of rude.
Alright, let's take a look at Rennes-le-Château. Well, hello.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. Hey, baby, I see you're three-dimensional. So am I.
Well, hi. You must be Madeline Bouthane.
Perhaps. Who are you?
Gabriel
Gabriel
Knight.
Knight.
You know Mosley from your tour? We go way back.
Ah, I should have recognized the accent.
What accent?
Never mind. So, you know Monsieur Mosley?
Oh, yeah. And I was wondering how much you charge me to, kind of hang with the group, given that I'm paying for my own hotel and all.
2,000 francs.
Kind of
Wow.
steep, isn't it?
This is the price of success. Do you wish to find the treasure or not?
I'll think about it. So,
And
what's
a
this
chicken.
tour group do, anyway?
I guide my clients through the facts of the mystery and show them the important locations. From there, they can draw their own conclusions.
Well, how come you're not guiding them right now?
There is a lot to absorb in the town itself, Monsieur Knight. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. will be the first guided lecture.
Oh, well, I'll still think about it.
And guys, I can see that the screen is flickering a lot. I'm not sure what's causing that, and I'll try to fix it for the next segment.
So, you're the expert, right? What's your theory about the treasure of Rennes-le-Château?
I leave that to my clients. It is better that way, no?
Well, that's not very helpful at all, is it? And look, this guy just, followed me out here.
Guess he's getting some fresh air.
Those also look like the same shoes that were listening in on my
much for
phone
that
call. So Emilio's following me around, huh? Anyway, now we've got this whole city to explore. Hey, wait a minute.
Gee, that book looks interesting. Too bad the store is closed.
For those of you playing along at home, that book is the novelization of the first Gabriel Knight game. And that picture right there is Jane Jensen. Hi, how you doing?
I think it's a bookstore. San Grial. Holy Grail. San Grial. Wasn't that what the two men on the train said? Why would they be talking about the Holy Grail? And what does the Grail have to do with Rennes-le-Château?
Do you think it could be the treasure? Dun dun dun. Alright, now I've got to see if I can remember my way around this city. Let's see, I can go right or left. Let's try left. The downside to this camera is you can't strafe with it. You have to turn, move forward, and turn again. I can't follow him. I don't know what that means because I don't speak French.
They're open all day.
think I went the right way. It's a little lost and found box. See?
Somebody lost a hat.
A
It's not really
jaunty
my style.
chapeau.
Looks more like something Mosley would wear. It's not really my style. Looks more like something Mosley would wear.
And Gabriel refuses to pick it up. And now you're coming to one of the things that irritates me so much about this game. And this first major puzzle that we're going to encounter with that hat. Yeah. I tell you to pick up the hat. You should pick up the hat, Mr. Knight. You're my avatar in this world. I like you having personality, but I don't like you contradicting me.
I'm assuming she works here. Hi, how are you? You run this place?
Ah oui, yes.
Nice to meet you. The name is Knight.
Very well.
And you are?
Madame Girard. Is there something I can help you with?
There might be.
I just like that his voice is like syrup.
Have you heard a baby crying in the past 24 hours?
I have 3 grandchildren. What do you think?
Say, does the Holy Grail have something to do with this area?
Perhaps.
Uh-huh. And what would the connection be, exactly?
Some believe the Templars found sacred Christian treasure in the Holy Land. When they were persecuted, they would have hidden it, n'est-ce pas? It really is not that difficult to lead, monsieur.
So we're looking for the
Sacred
Holy
Christian
Grail.
treasure? Like the Holy Grail?
Possibly. The most famous Grail story, written by Wolfenbach, was set in Languedoc. Did you know that, monsieur? No, of course you did not.
Is there
Okay,
anything
snooty
special I
French
should know
people,
about
great.
town?
The displays will tell you the history of Rennes-le-Château.
More history lessons.
You mentioned Templars, as in the Knights Templars? Were they really from this?
If you wish to know about the Templars, read the history board.
There's supposed to be some kind of treasure buried around here, right?
Yes, that is the theory.
Well, what kind of treasure is it?
That is part of the mystery, monsieur.
Okay. So what are some of the possible treasures?
Cadbury
Gold
Easter
stores
eggs.
of the Romans, the fabulous wealth of the Visigoths, which was never found, the fabulous wealth of the Merovingians.
Hey,
which
that's
was
that guy
never
from The
found.
Matrix, right?
Or it could be the fabulous wealth of the Cathars, which...
Yeah, I got you. The Templars too, right?
But of course, they had more fabulous wealth than anyone. Why do you think that French pig dog of a king turned on them?
Aren't you French in this region?
Well, France thinks so.
Any other
Interesting.
theories on the possible treasure?
Well, the Romans did destroy the Temple of Jerusalem, stole sacred Hebrew artifacts. Perhaps it is the lost treasure of Jerusalem that is buried around here. And then there is this one theory.
Yes.
Never mind. I am a good Catholic woman myself.
Is it voodoo?
Why don't
'Cause
you
I've done
read up
voodoo.
on the subject if you are so very interested?
Say, were you around last night?
I was at home, monsieur.
Oh, you didn't happen to see anyone coming into town, did you? Late? Around 11?
I am well asleep by then. The early bird catches the worm, you know.
Yeah, but who likes worms?
And what an incentive that is, too.
It's funny when he's funnier than me. Alright, let's go up these stairs. Huh, those two seem to be having a nice, lively little conversation. I don't think I should interrupt it.
My goodness, Estelle. Look at this. It's the sacred number of Ra.
You're right, Lily. And look, it says Virgo. Isis.
And Trinus et Unus. 301, isn't it? Or am I conjugating badly?
Oh, I'm afraid I never had Latin.
Well, I think I'm right. Do you suppose they're referring to Nat, Horus, and Osiris?
They could be referring to God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost. Couldn't they?
Don't be stupid. Anyway, Dr. Wen says it's all the same thing.
They seem like
Or is that
delightful
Mary, God, and
characters.
Jesus?
Look at that shape. Wasn't there something like that in Dr. Wen's sacred geometry?
Shh! Do you want to give everything away?
Oh, sorry.
There's a couple of beauteous dames. All right, so I'm feeling generous.
Oh, Gabriel. We're almost done with this little time segment, by the way, guys. After this conversation, we're about done.
Good morning, ladies.
Look, Estelle, the gentleman has come over to introduce himself. Isn't that charming?
Well, I try. The name's Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Yes. How do you do, Mr. Knight? I'm Estelle Stiles, and this is Lady Lily Howard.
Renowned on stage and screen. And now you're thinking, how modest, how petite, and of course, I am Lily.
Wow, she could outdo Gabriel for ego.
You wouldn't by any chance be here looking for the Holy Grail, would you?
Ah, but we all seek the Holy Grail.
You mean
Grail.
everyone on the tour?
No, little man. All mankind. The correct question is not, do you seek the Grail, but do you know what the Grail is?
It's a cup,
what is
isn't it?
Ah.
It's the cup Jesus drank at the Last Supper. Caught his blood. Okay, I guess that would be telling.
Tour group?
He's a sly one, Estelle.
Yes, Mr. Knight, we are.
What about you, dear boy? I thought we'd met everyone this morning.
Oh, I'm a friend of Mosley's.
Ah, well.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd admit that in mixed company either.
Are you all here looking for the treasure?
Well, we can hardly deny it since we're on the tour.
But it's not as though we have a theory, Mr. Knight.
Estelle, you're so subtle.
Oh, yeah? You got a theory? Well, let me hear it.
Is that a note of ridicule I hear? Can it be?
No, I didn't.
Do you think perhaps that only men can have valid theories?
Yeah, pretty
Hardly.
much.
It's just the whole idea of a...
Lily.
Are we to take it that you yourself have no theory, sir?
About the treasure? No, I don't.
Methinks he doth protest too much.
No, really, he doesn't
It's
have any
possible.
ideas. Now, you can learn quite a bit about history by reading all of these.
These panels tell the history of the Rennes-le-Château area.
But as you can see, Gabriel himself will not read them to you. You actually come up to them and read them like this, which means the game isn't going to give me points based on it. Like with the museums in The Beast Within, it is some fascinating, true history. And like with those things, I'm not going to take the time.
Adam and Eve. I never liked that story. Can you imagine there being only one woman on the entire planet? Ooh, God.
Anyway, well, she's right behind me. That's always creepy.
I think he's the guy the museum's named after, Saunier. It's a letter in French.
Alright. We'll go ahead and leave them for now. Because the only thing left to do before we wrap up this chapter is to go back to the hotel. So let me go ahead and save the game real quick. Can't see my keyboard, so...
If I look at it for too long, I'll have to go back up to the room. That's the way out of town. I wouldn't get far on foot.
Huh. I'm supposed to be done here. Let me take a quick look at my notes. Well, this is a new one even for me. I looked over this little walkthrough that I have, and I've done everything. Hold on, I think I recall him being able to do something to a chicken.
Well, gee, I don't need a live chicken at the moment.
But picking it up is not one of them.
Ooh, reminds me of the present the voodoo group left me. Yuck. San Graal. It's French for Holy Grail. Secrets of the Holy Grail. I wonder if that book's got something to do with this area. Unfortunately, the store is closed.
And I think it's going to remain closed.
Oh, looks like they're closed.
For the entire game. As is this place. This place will be the source of some nightmares later on. See, it says I should head to the Fountain Plaza and that'll end it. Well, let me make sure I talk to everybody about everything. Can't talk to her anymore. And I love this. Check this out. Gabriel's all the way over there. And now he's right there.
Nope, those don't work together. Guess he's getting some fresh air.
I guess he's following me. Oh, this is getting a little embarrassing, guys. Let me go talk to my pal Mosley. Again.
It probably wouldn't make any more sense the second time around. Maybe I should wait till we're alone.
That sounded sinister and erotic.
Mosley? In Rennes-le-Chateau? Wait, are you as confused as I am?
Because who needs a fourth wall? I suddenly got a sneaking suspicion I know what I forgot. See, I think I'm supposed to talk to both of the ladies. Now, I only talked to Lady Lily. But I assumed, since Estelle was with her, that counted. But I didn't talk to Estelle. And maybe that's what it's waiting on me to do. So I'll wait the hour and a half for Gabriel to turn this corner here. It's the fastest way to travel, is just move the camera.
I think I've had enough of Lady Howard for the moment.
I don't want you to talk to Lady Howard. Can you talk to Estelle?
I think I've had enough of Lady Howard for the moment.
Okay, so I didn't goof there. This side tells the history of Saunier.
This side tells the story of that Abbé Saunier.
Saunier. And as soon as I get near, the women stop talking. It's like being back in high school.
A bunch of old documents in French. Be still, my heart. Looks like some kind of emblem or seal in Latin. Probably from the church. Grace has been working on our procedure for cases. She wants us to take fingerprints, use this new program called Sydney, and do all this sort of, you know, official crap. So I don't think I'll record my conversations this time around, but I might be able to find some more creative uses for my tape recorder.
I can't even duplicate the way he just said tape recorder, but it was the dirtiest thing I've ever heard. Tim Curry really just piles on the syrup this time around. Oh, according to the game, this should be it.
That's the way out of town. I wouldn't get far on foot.
And I can't skip dialogue either. This is a whole different load screen. I know you can tell. It's because I can't go further than this. And there's the museum again. See, it's just a nice little small town in which I am trapped because I can't get the time to advance. This is getting frustrating.
I just want you to know, you're doing a great job.
Oh, so many people forget to say the little words of kindness. Monsieur is too thoughtful.
Don't mention it. I don't have anything else to say to him.
So Gabriel is unwilling to talk to anybody else I'm supposed to talk to.
I don't think it'd do me much good. It'll take more to convince Prince James than just my opinion. I'm not sure who to call.
The Sierra Helpline, please. The whole point of me having a walkthrough was to try and avoid getting stuck in a situation like this. Don't mind if I do. It's got this nifty little hints thing, but I can't actually click on it. Oh.
So, where did Saunier get his money from?
If I could answer that, monsieur, do you think I'd be sitting here?
I don't have anything else to say to her.
I swear, if that's the element that's missing, where I ask her about something she doesn't know anything about, that will be the perfect example of Gabriel Knight 3.
That's the way out of town. I wouldn't
Get far on foot. Help me, Jane Jensen. What do I do? Alright. This time I really do know what I've forgotten. I'm so sorry, guys. Such a little thing.
There's some kind of book on the desk.
Read it.
According to the register, Mr. Baza arrived before me, and Buccelli sometime after, and I think I got in around 11. I don't think they'd appreciate that.
So, there was the clue that I had been missing. Hopefully. Oh, come on!
That's the way out of town. I wouldn't get far
Far on foot.
I was peeking at the hotel register. You wouldn't by any chance recall the actual times people checked in, would you?
Monsieur, we are a small hotel. This is why we do not require so precisely the time check-in, the time check-out. I myself might remember, but I was not on duty last night.
So wait, you're telling me that you're telling me something you already told me?
Nice place, huh? Did you get in last night?
Yes.
Not too late, I hope.
Not late, no.
Did you drive in?
A friend dropped me off. I'm not crazy about flying and owning a vehicle. Such a nuisance.
Well, that is definitely an old-fashioned guy. And the points finally went up. So maybe this time do I need to talk to her about the registry? Yes.
When did y'all get in?
Last night?
Late?
No. Why do you ask?
Just curious how long it took. You drove it?
Yes, from Toulouse. It's about 2 hours.
Who all came in the van?
Most of the group flew into Toulouse. John Wilkes, Lady Howard, Miss Stiles, and your friend, mostly. Messieurs Buccelli and Baza made their own arrangements.
Score went up again. Let's go talk to... Let's see if the ladies want to talk about when they got in. And again, guys, I am sorry I messed up that, but this is Gabriel Knight 3 for you. This tiny thing, which really isn't having that big an impact. And it's kind of altering the entire chapter, because I'm having to go back through and do everything again to ask them about the registry.
I think I've had enough of Lady Howard for the moment.
Good. I've had enough of this game for the moment. And there we go. That is the end of this segment. Again, sorry I missed out on the registry thing. But we'll see you guys next time when I think Grace might be showing up. I'm not sure yet.